So let's get started. First hand, we do have an auction to contend with. So East opens 2 hearts. We overcall 2 no trump, which looks like probably the right call. I mean, our hand's a little bit weak for this action, especially with partner being a passed hand. I think it might even make more sense to just pass. We would then have to kind of contend with what happens if 2 hearts passes around a partner and they reopen with double, which I think is a pretty likely scenario, and maybe the answer is to just pass out 2 hearts doubled in that case. With, the potential for 2 club tricks, a spade trick, a natural heart trick, king of diamonds is useful, and partner should have some cards over there for the reopening double. But it's always scary to do that. Either way, with partner being a passed hand, it seems very unlikely that we have a game, despite the presence of a heart stopper. We just don't have any tricks in our hand, and if partner really had a long suit of their own, they probably would have opened in first seat. But we're here now. We got... Now that I see partner's hand, I see the issue. Obviously, they have a preempt available to them, which they should have been making. And we're in 3 no trump instead of like 5 diamonds or something. I don't know what the best contract would be on these cards, but 3 no trump does not appear to be it. Although it's very possible we could make this contract. So we have 6 diamonds, we have a spade, and we have a heart. If you've been following along with the Bridgemaster stuff I've been doing, this seems like it could present itself as a potential strip squeeze against West, who is likely to have the ace of clubs and king of spades for this auction where East is preempted. Although East could have either one of those cards, we don't know what's going on in the heart suit. But... well, let's see what the opponents do on the first few tricks. I am going to start throwing clubs from North's hand to kind of prepare for the potential for a strip squeeze, as well as to dissuade East from switching to spades. Because in theory, if the opponents were able to cash 3 heart tricks ending in East's hand and then play a spade, the strip squeeze against West would no longer work. So anyway, let's start pitching clubs. Heart to the queen. 7 of hearts. Oh no, I'm frozen. I feel like this happens almost every single time that I play on BBO. Maybe I should jump in, start clicking on cards, wait for it to blow up, and then restart and then turn the stream on. I don't know if that would fix the problem. Okay, so a heart goes to the queen, a heart goes back to the ace. We'll continue throwing clubs. Now 3rd heart. East wins the king. And continues a 4th heart. Okay, this is kind of perfect and exactly what we wanted. Now, now that I'm thinking about this, there is another possibility. Rather than just playing for a strip squeeze, I could exit a club right now. If West has a club ace, then they take it. The hearts are stranded in East's hand. Good thing we do warm-ups, right? I think I want to play a few more cards first, run a bunch of diamonds before I commit to anything. Because if East has the club ace, they can get in with the ace of clubs and cash a couple of hearts, and we would be down 2. I would really prefer that East discarded a heart before we set upon this plan of playing a club. Now, if East has the club ace and West has the spade king, there's nothing we can do to make the contract, but I'm still going to try and put East in a position where they discard a heart. or at least make it more likely that they do so that we only end up down 1 if they do get in with the club ace. So I think for that reason I'm going to run a bunch of diamonds first. A spade discard from east, a club discard from west. There's a heart discard, so now we're just completely safe in playing a club. So we'll do that. We did squander the chance at a beer. Oh, east does have the club ace. Oh no, and now I need to be watching. Oh, I was not paying attention at all. What did people play on the last trick? So I guess I'm pitching a club. I actually just was not watching any of the discards. I did not think about this issue. I was so excited when East threw a heart. Let's pitch a club. Okay, perfect. Down 1. So a little bit of a better score than if we had just tried to knock out the club ace previously. Well, nothing we could do to make the contract on that one, but probably down 1 will score okay at match points. Board 2. East opens a diamond. We overcall. God, please stop this. Why would anyone overcall with this hand? I mean, especially vulnerable. Just stop overcalling 4-card suits. Negative double by West. Partner bids 2 spades. All pass. We're in a 4-3 fit. I mean, match point wise, I would be pretty happy about where we ended up on this hand. Like, even if 3 clubs looks like it might be a little bit potentially friendlier, I would take my chances at being in 2 spades when the opponents have missed their heart fit. Now, I don't know how they missed their heart fit. West made a negative double. I suppose West could have 6 hearts. That's possible. Maybe East forgot to bid with 4-card support. But here we are. So Ace of Diamonds lead looks like it's from shortness. Whoa. Okay, this is very unexpected, mostly due to the auction, right? We know West has at least 5 hearts, and now they've turned up with 2 aces. So I kind of suspect East must have almost everything else. King of Diamonds, King, Queen, Jack of Hearts, Queen of Clubs, Queen of Spades, I guess. Well, and it does look kind of like that's what's going on. So East playing the 10 of Hearts, I think means East has King, Queen, Jack, 10, 4th of Hearts. West wouldn't have made a negative double with the King of Hearts in addition. So East must have all the missing cards. I suppose that just means the opponents have made a mistake in the auction. East really should be bidding 3 hearts, and I think I've mentioned this before, that just in general, when your partner makes a negative double, your cheapest bid in support of that suit only shows like that you have support and a fit. It doesn't show extras. Like if North had jumped to 3 spades, 4 hearts wouldn't necessarily show extras. It would just be like a minimum opener. I mean, it could have extras, but it would effectively be almost any minimum opener with 4-card heart support. Not always, but I think that's a general rule of thumb. You just don't want to let the opponent steal from you in these types of auctions, which is apparently what's happened here. Anyway, heart goes to the 10. I'm tempted to duck this trick, although It's hard for me to figure out what's going on with West's hand because West didn't continue diamonds at trick 2, which makes me kind of believe that diamonds could be 6-1. But if that's really the case, West is obviously short in clubs as well. We've kind of alluded to East having the club queen, so West has at most 2 clubs, at most 1 diamond, exactly 5 hearts. They would have to have 5 spades. That's bad news. I mean, it would be worse news if this was like a legitimate match point event rather than declare a play only, but I think it's starting to sound as if West has spade length. And in that case, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to duck this trick and let East go king of diamonds, diamond ruff. Because West will be ruffing with a natural trump trick. And I think we're going to want to duck a heart anyway at some point. Now, this could go badly if clubs are actually 3-1 with West having ace queen third. That's kind of getting into territory, though, where West might have just bid 2 hearts the first time around rather than making a negative double. I do understand that with 5 small hearts, especially missing the 10 and 9 as well, that even with 10 high card points and 2 aces, maybe some players would be afraid of bidding 2 hearts. Anyway, I'm just going to duck. We'll cut communications. We'll see what happens on the next trick. Okay, diamonds are 6-1. But again, I think this isn't terrible news for us. Also, why did West not pitch a club on the previous trick? That's confusing to me. Could West be 6-5? 1-1 in shape? 2 singleton aces? I mean, also really bad news. Huh. I mean, is there any chance that West didn't pitch a club because they had ace queen third originally? I don't think so. I think West really is 6-5, 1-1. They ruffed with the 7 of spades, which feels like a particularly strange card to play, but I guess when they have 7-6-5, no reason to ruff with the 5. So, I mean, what do we do? First thought, if West really has 3 clubs, what would their shape be? They would be something 5-1-3. They would be 4-5-1-3. And in that case, we could just go ace king of spades, pulling 2 rounds of trumps. West will remain with a high trump, and then play a club to the king, knock out the club queen. Eventually they get a club and a spade. But I think if we cash the spade ace, we get in pretty big trouble when West has 6 spades. Maybe that's not true, actually. So we play the spade ace, East shows out, we lead a club. If West ruffs, that's good news for us. They're ruffing their partner's winner. If West discards, we would go king of clubs, club. East is effectively thrown in. Gives us like a rough slough or something. But then our 10 of spades kind of gets promoted. Okay, so I think it is safe to cash the spade ace and just find out if spades are 6-0, which I suspect they are. Oh. That's unexpected. Okay, maybe we now go back to our original thought that West started with ace queen third of clubs. They would have to have jack fourth of spades. I mean, it would be an 11 count that they only made a negative double with. Seems very unlikely to me. Still, I don't understand the defense if that's not what's going on. Okay, let's try it. King of spades. Nope. They just have no idea what they're doing. Wow! I am so lost as to what's happening on this hand. So West didn't throw their club to get a club ruff. They pitched a heart. I don't know. That hand was so confusing to me. I could not figure out the club position. Think we could have done better on that one. But also think that West maybe could have done a little bit better in the auction. Same with East. Okay. Well, we are on to board 3. Open a no trump, transfer to hearts. We get to 2 hearts. Yeah, 15 count. I mean, 5 card spade suit, but we unfortunately land in a fairly weak heart contract. Would have been nicer to just play a no trump. Can't really fault partner though for their transferring with a 5 card major. So ace of spades takes the first trick. Club switch. We have a club loser. We can pitch a diamond loser on the king of spades. I mean, this feels like we're mostly just going to be trying to pull trumps at every opportunity. All right, I don't want them to get club ruffs, so I'm going to do my best to avoid them getting club ruffs, but I guess East has kind of figured out what's going on. No, East has another club. I was hoping West had led from a doubleton, but I guess no such luck. And we're down 1, but that's okay. Hard for us to do much when West leads the spade ace and then switches to clubs. Difficult hand, but okay, fairly flat board. On to board 4. West opens a club. East bids a spade. We come in with 2 hearts. Little bit aggressive. Just in general, these red 2-level overcalls when partner can't even act over a club, especially when we have club length, this often is going to get us into a ton of trouble. I do understand the bid. I think it's fine in this case with only a 5-card suit, but you know, we can kind of see here this auction has not gone the way we wanted. We got a support double from West. Partner raised us to 3 hearts, which is just awful. Now we need to take 9 tricks in our hand. They lead the king of spades. So off the top, we have 4 losers. Looks promising. We're going to have to deal with our 2 small clubs somehow. So trumps could be 2-2. Maybe the jack of clubs falls. But, I mean, we could easily have issues if they play 4 rounds of spades immediately. That could go badly for us. West might get a trump promotion. This is one of these spots where I think good opponents would be frequently doubling us in this position if they had a bunch of, well, caching tricks. And we could easily just go minus 200 on a part score deal. at match points, which would be terrible. So ace, king of spades, third round of spades, and a diamond switch, which is a little bit friendly, I guess. So West certainly has the club ace, I think. I mean, maybe that's not true. Maybe East is likely to have that card. Like if West has the diamond king, for example, that already gets them up to 12 high card points, and East would need a little bit of something other than just the spade queen to respond to their partner's opening bid. So very possible that East's hand is like queen of spades, ace of clubs, and maybe one diamond on her, like queen of diamonds or something. Like, I'm thinking we should just pull trumps to avoid any sort of shenanigans. Like, if East gets in with a club ace and plays the fourth round of spades, we're in really bad shape. So pulling a couple rounds of trumps can help with that. The danger, I guess, is that if we have to pull 3 rounds of trumps and then lead clubs, they can tap us in diamonds, and we don't have any way to get back to our hand to rough out the club jack. So I think let's try 2 rounds of trumps. Oh. Well, that's unexpected, but at least this makes the rest of the hand a bit easier to play, now that West just has a natural trump trick. Again, this is one of these spots where I think good opposition would probably find a way to double us in 3 hearts. Okay, East does have the club ace. They continue a diamond. But we can basically just cross-ruff. West gets their natural trump trick whenever they want. So we are down 1. Ultimately, I mean, a pretty good match point result when the opponents seem likely to make 2 spades or 3 diamonds or something. On to board 5, we open a heart. No, we don't open a heart. Right-hand opponent opens a heart. Partner's a passed hand. We make another one of these like really, really terrible 2-level overcalls. This one a lot worse than the last one. No shape. Well, we have shape, but it's in the form of a singleton club, not the heart suit. Our diamonds are very weak. We only have 5 of them, and additionally, we have the side 4-card spade suit, which kind of gets lost in this 2-diamond overcall. If you were playing some sort of equal level correction, you could make a takeout double here. But here we are. West raised to 2 hearts, East rebid 3 hearts, probably suggesting a 6-card suit often. Partner has competed to the 4 level in diamonds. Let's see what happens at trick 1. So heart to the queen. East probably has the king, queen of hearts. We know East has a club on her, or West would have let a club at trick 1. So if East also has the spade ace, it's starting to sound as if the diamond king might be offside. East would then have already like 11 or 12 high card points or so. And West would need something for their 2-heart bid. I'm wondering how much discovery I can actually afford on this hand. Because if I play a spade now, and let's say East wins an ace doubleton and returns the suit, am I really prepared to take the diamond finesse, or am I really prepared to play a diamond to the ace immediately? If I take the diamond finesse, I would risk a spade ruff, which might not be ideal. Also, if I play a spade and both opponents duck, we're in pretty bad shape as well. I then have to work on the diamond suit immediately. You know, there is another consideration, like it's theoretically possible that this Queen of Hearts really is East Sias Heart and West led from King Jack third. I suppose we could get that sort of information by roughing a heart immediately. Okay, let's try that at least. Cool. So East does have the King of Hearts. I mean, I'm very tempted to play a diamond to the ace if East turns up with the spade ace, so I think I'm actually going to try and get them to tell me who has the ace of spades. Okay. East has the ace, returns a spade. Really? Well, now that's unexpected, because that looks like West is splitting from King Queen of clubs. Okay, now I'm a little bit more convinced that East might have the diamond king. I was really just crossing to the club ace to lead the Queen of diamonds, and I was planning to hop up with the ace if East didn't cover. But let me just have a quick count of high cards. So East turned up with King Queen of Hearts, the Jack of clubs, it looks like, the ace of spades. Yeah, I think the King of diamonds has to be on side. Okay. Making 6. Well, this auction, I didn't really spend a lot of time talking about Partner's bidding, but Partner has bid like a maniac on this one. They found a simple raise to 3 diamonds, and then all they did was balance 4 I mean, the simple raise to 3 diamonds, I think, is the big issue. They have a huge hand. They should just be Q-bidding 3 hearts over here to show some values. Obviously, 5 diamonds is an excellent spot, and 6 diamonds is on the diamond finesse through the opening bidder, which rates to work out. So big miss, but we do score up our 12 tricks. Pass by East, we open 2 spades on our 10 count. Second seat, favorable. Get the ace of hearts lead. That's friendly. I wonder if that means West is likely to have all of the missing aces. Doesn't look like a particularly challenging hand to play. We're just going to end up pulling trumps and then taking finesses and like clubs and diamonds. So I guess let's do it. Okay. That one didn't work, but we do get a diamond return, which was friendly. So they get the ace of diamonds. Yeah, still really uncertain about these ace leads from nothing. I mean, I know why the robots do it, but I feel like they could just be programmed not to do this and get better results because of it. It turns out on this hand that... Actually, I guess it doesn't really turn out on this hand that players will work out what to do. Like if they just lead a club at trick 1, like a normal person, Declare basically needs to use dummy entries to hook the Jack 10 of hearts rather than play a heart to the king, because Declare doesn't get to pull trumps and set up the diamond suit. West can just duck a couple of times. So the ace of hearts lead did end up costing a trick on this hand, at least from a practical standpoint. Okay, let's look at board 7. We pass in first seat, partner opens a diamond. East overcalls a spade. We get a negative double from our side with 5 hearts. I mean, sure, it's probably the best we can do with what we're given. May as well take a call with an ace despite the shortness in diamonds. 2 spades by West, our partner bids 3 diamonds, which we instantly pass. I mean, 3 hearts makes absolutely no sense. That bid is wildly insane. As they describe, it's supposed to show a 6-card heart suit, right? This would be the type of hand that I mean, for one thing, we didn't preempt, but you know, partner has not promised us any heart support with their 3 diamond bid. So 3 hearts is just absolutely insane without a decent 6-card heart suit. But then you could ask the question, why didn't we preempt in the first place? Anyway, this feels like we have taken the wrong view on the south cards. Oh, partner also took the wrong view on their hand. They just have a 3 club bid, but for whatever reason they bid 3 diamonds. Did our negative double promise diamonds? It doesn't look like it. Well, we're here now. So we missed out on playing 3 clubs, or only 8 fit. Yeah. How do we want to go about this one? Spade lead. I mean, we can use 2 hand entries and clubs to ruff 2 spades. That might be the best we can do at this point. We're then going to end up losing a club ruff, the ace of diamonds, a spade, and just a million trumps. That can't be good for our side, but that might be the best line of play. Because otherwise, like, if we could pull trumps, right? If there was a way for us to pull trumps and then run the club suit, I would like to do that. Unfortunately, if we win the spade ace and duck a heart, I mean, they could play almost any card they wanted, and we would be in trouble. We couldn't then play a second round of trumps and a third round, hoping that it splits 3-3, because we're wide open in spades. They would just cash all their spades. I mean, it's possible that we could lead a diamond up towards the king-jack and set up a trick. Like, if East has the diamond ace, but not the queen for their overcall, we could use one of these club entries to lead a diamond. That would definitely be better than our original line of play, because we're effectively trading a diamond trick for a spade ruff, but this is also going to allow us to kind of safely re-enter our hand later. The thing is, we just have no confidence about the location of the diamond honors. So it's very scary to use a club entry just to lead a diamond rather than roughing a couple of spades. So what am I thinking? Club to the queen, spade ruff, club to the 10, diamond. That's no good. We have to use our first hand entry to lead diamonds, otherwise we don't have any re-entry to North Sound. So club to the queen, diamond. Hopefully West doesn't duck the ace, because they easily could. We'll stick in the jack. Hopefully East has the ace and not the queen. They play back a trump. We'll win the ace, ruff a spade, diamond pitching a spade, diamond ruff, cash a club and ruff a diamond, and then probably concede the rest. I guess that's the plan. We could easily lose to kind of the simple line of just roughing 2 spades in North Sound if East has both the ace queen of diamonds. I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. This feels like our best opportunity. Don't do it. Oh, the long tank is the worst. Oh, they have the ace. This is perfect. They switch to trumps. That's good. So we can ruff a spade. Cash the king of diamonds. Ruff a diamond. play a club over to dummy. Okay, good talk. Okay, down 2. I guess that's what we're going with now. East, of course, switched to the Jack of Hearts from King Jack III earlier. Oh wait, I'm only down 1. Why am I only down 1? I feel like I must have missed something. I thought West had the Queen of Hearts. Where did the Queen of Hearts go? Oh, my 9 of Hearts forced the Queen. Interesting. Okay, well, we ended up down 1. I mean, terrible contract to end up in. 3 clubs, of course, would have been much better. But I feel like we did okay. We are in 3 no trump. North opens a club. We bid a spade. Partner bids 3 clubs, and we try 3 no. A little bit scary with 3 small hearts. We do expect, for the most part, that the opponents are going to lead hearts often against this auction. Because if North had hearts, they would have reversed rather than jumping to 3 clubs. So hearts tends to be the weakness. I think I very much would have preferred 3 diamonds to 3 no. To let partner declare the no trump if they have a heart stopper. But we're here now. We get the 5 of hearts lead. That doesn't look great for our side. That really doesn't look good for our side. Okay, 5 of hearts to the ace, the 2 of hearts comes back. I would say generally it's correct to, and I don't know if this is ever going to matter in this scenario, but generally it's going to be correct to play your highest spot card in this scenario for a couple of reasons. One, it might make the opponents think that you have a lot of the missing spots, right? Like, let's pretend West has led from Queen Jack 5th. Yeah. If we play the 9 of hearts and they win the Jack, they might think we have 10-9 third remaining instead of like 9 doubleton, for example. But this could also block the suit in a really weird way. Like, if West does have Queen Jack 5th and East remained with 10 third here, we play the 9, West wins the Jack, cashes the Queen, and East doesn't dump the 10 on this trick, then the suit gets blocked. So, well, this isn't great. I mean, West could have started with Queen 10 5th, of course, and East Jack 4th. But let's go ahead and... I guess it doesn't really matter what black suit we pitch from. We have 5 diamonds to discard 2 spades later anyway. So may as well throw a spade for now. Can pitch a club. Low. Okay. Good start. Now heart to the Jack. This is looking promising. This is looking very promising, in fact. And now West has the last heart. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. I talked about something and it actually happened. Very nice. So, final issue is that we want to do things in the right order here. We could potentially squeeze West in the black suits if they have club length and the spade king, which I guess means we should win, doesn't really matter, preserve a diamond entry to hand, we'll win the queen of diamonds, we'll unblock the club, cross back in diamonds. Oh, this squeeze just isn't going to work out the way we want. We would need West to have a lot more spade cards than just the king of spades. That's fine. It's still, I think, the best we can do from here. And the jack of clubs falls. Or wait, did I just have all the remaining tricks? Maybe I did. You know, I must have miscounted something. I guess I forgot the opponents were cashing 4 hearts. But yeah, this kind of shows off a little bit of a trick you can use as Declare there. If we had not played the 9 of hearts, then West would have just cheaply won the 8 of hearts. And it's true, maybe they continue by cashing the queen in this exact scenario, and East would once again not unblock. But they might win the 8 of hearts and return a low one. They might win the 8 of hearts, cash the queen, and East works out to unblock. Or, you know, more what I was hoping for is West actually had queen jack 5th of hearts, and by playing the 9 we really do put them into a difficult bind. Yeah, tricky spot on defense. I mean, what should you be doing as East in this scenario? Technically, East did all of the right things. Win the ace of hearts, return your 4th best. And that should give West enough information to do the right thing on the next couple of tricks. But it's still hard, right? Would East have done the same thing if they had ace 7 6 deuce of hearts in hand, giving Declare jack 9 third? Then West really did need to win the 8 or win the 10 and then cash the queen. That would have been important to drop the jack third. Anyway, on to board 9. We've opened a heart in 3rd seat. West comes in with 3 spades. We get a negative double from North. And this is a terrible, terrible bid. Please stop. This is like the 4th or 5th time during this set where we've just, I don't know, nonchalantly rebid a suit that we just don't have. Or bid a suit that we don't have. Or forgot to bid a different suit that we do have. Like here, partner's showing clubs and diamonds. We have club support. Just bid 4 clubs. I'm also totally okay with passing out the negative double. I think it probably is negative EV, but just in general, when this feels like a part score hand, which it is, right? Partner couldn't open the bidding. We have a minimum opener with fairly balanced shape. Unlikely that we have a game our way. Trying for plus 200 at match points is always generally positive. Well, we're here now. We're in 4 hearts. We get the king of spades lead. And I mean, it looks like the opponents were not going to be very happy in 3 spades doubled. Sure, they have 7 spade tricks. They might score a club trick, but then what else? They have no tricks in the other suits. Anyway, we're here now. So king of spades lead, 9 of spades to the ace, and a diamond return. I would almost go as far as to say I think it's likely West has the club king. But, you know, for the robots, I think they could have anything for these vulnerable against not preempts. But as a human player, I mean, not only, especially when your suit isn't even headed by the ace, it's pretty unlikely that you have just like king, queen, jack, 7th with no shape, no extra high cards. I mean, we know West doesn't have high cards in hearts or diamonds. It's hard to know what to do, though. This diamond switch, I mean, could almost be from anything. Like, no guarantee that East doesn't have both a jack and 10 of diamonds when they switch to the 8 here. I think it's actually pretty likely that East has long diamonds. West could, of course, have a singleton. Well, first things first, I think we pull at least 2 rounds of trumps. I don't know if I'm going to try and pull try and play a third and see if the suit breaks. It's probably safe to do so, because West is only ever going to have one entry. So even if East has 4 hearts and they pull 2 rounds of trump, East can't tap us by playing a third spade because East is out, and there's essentially no way that we lose an enormous number of tricks by doing this. So it does feel safe to try and pull 3 rounds of trumps. It is sounding as if East has 2 trumps remaining. But again, I think it's safe to do this. Oh, okay. Second diamond, West dumps the jack. So West is turned up with 3 hearts, 2 diamonds, and 7 spades. They can only have 1 club, which means we should just play a low club to the ace. I also still kind of expect the singleton king to pop up. Guess it didn't. Well, we're down 1. West does have some shape, but I mean, obviously the opponents were in massive trouble if our hand had elected to sit 3 spades doubled, right? Do we have a game available to us? I don't think so. 5 clubs is down 1. We lose a club and 2 spades, but 3 spades is down like several tricks. We have 3 cashing diamonds. We have 2 hearts and a heart ruff. The ace of clubs doesn't come take a trick, but that's still going to be 6 tricks, and we're going to score up 500 on a part score deal. So very scary to be bidding these vulnerable preempts if you don't have a real hand. I don't know. I'm curious if passing out 3 spades doubled would be a good decision with South, just in general, on this type of hand. Obviously, the small doubleton spade isn't great. Queen jack 4th of clubs is suggesting offense rather than defense, but king queen doubleton of diamonds, ace 5th of hearts are both defensive assets. And the fact that I think you really should be going after them more often, red on white at match points, feels like there's some upside to checking it out. Wow, we get to 6 clubs somehow. We open 2 clubs and rebid 2 now. We appear to have the correct number of high cards with a balanced hand. Partner bids Stayman. We bid 3 spades, showing our 4-card spade suit. Partner bids 4 clubs, which is natural. And we jump to 6 clubs. So partner has clubs and hearts with longer clubs. I mean, we have all the key cards, right? Which is great news. I generally prefer in these types of scenarios to try and let partner be the one to bid key card, because partner is the one with the distributional hand. Like, we don't know if partner's 4-6 or 4-5. We don't know if they're 1-3 or 2-2 in the pointed suits. We also don't know about their heart honors. Like, the king queen 4th of hearts would be a big holding for us, but we can't figure that out, which is probably why the robot decided to jump to 6 clubs. But I would vastly prefer some way to try and get partner to bid key card on this hand. So I think mostly just Q-bid, because if we're able to show 5 key cards and partner asks for kings and we show the king of spades, we've basically showed every card in our hand. They might expect us to have a 4th trump for, you know, us being so slam positive with what we're doing. But that would have been my attempt. Also, they don't know about the 5th spade. I guess it kind of cuts both ways in that case. You know, if the 5th spade being able to rough out the suit is what makes slam good, then, well. Anyway, how'd we end up? Excuse me? This is not a possible hand, right? Like, there's no chance this is partner's real hand. I mean, don't you just, like, transfer to or not transfer, like bid Stamen and then bid 3 no trump when you don't find a fit. I know it's scary with the spade void, but who cares? Partner showed spades on the auction. Unlikely the opponents lead it. Partner could just have good spades over here. Well, we're in 6 clubs. Diamond is the most scary lead for us. If we didn't get a diamond lead, we might have had an opportunity to do something else. 1 sec. Diamond lead. Where was I? Yeah, I was saying that like maybe if we didn't get the diamond lead, it would have been possible to kind of like play the hand a little bit slowly, knock out the king of hearts, use the heart entries to set up the spade suit, and potentially get rid of all of our diamonds if spades were 4-4, and the king of hearts was offside. Obviously, if the king of hearts is onside, we have decent chances to make this. We could try and guess the diamonds at trick 1. I suppose our best guess at the diamond suit is probably to play low, with these opponents at least. I think it's unlikely in general that anyone would just be leading away from a king against a jump to slam. The counter argument is like sometimes when you jump to slam, you're off 2 cashers, and so leading away from a king has some merit. It's probably your best chance to beat the contract off the top. So, diamond. I mean, outside of this, how am I planning to play the contract? I don't have a ton of entries to the north hand, which I think probably argues for whenever I get over there to just immediately take a heart finesse. Let's see. Let's say I play low. We win the ace of diamonds. Let's suppose ace puts in the jack. We win the diamond ace. We ruff a spade. And then we lead the queen of hearts and run it. I don't know. This is all very confusing. I suppose I could just like pull 3 rounds of trump before leading the queen of hearts. I kind of want to leave open the possibility of making if there's like king 4th of hearts on side. And to do that, we would basically need West to be 2-2 in the round suits. Doubleton club, doubleton heart. We could ruff the 4th round of hearts in our own hand. It gets messy if we're trying to play for that. Well, okay, first things first. I think it's basically a guess at trick 1. Like I said earlier, maybe we just duck. I think that's what I'm going to try. Okay, diamond does go to the jack. So, spade ruff, queen of hearts. I haven't really figured out the order I want to do everything. I mean, obviously we could just go ace, king, queen of clubs, queen of hearts. Or ace, king, queen of clubs, low heart to the jack or something like that. I mean, the bad news, I think, is that if West had the King of Diamonds, they probably also have the King of Hearts. Maybe that's an argument for why we should have tried the Queen at trick 1. Well, anyway, let's proceed. So Spade Ruff, Queen of Hearts. If it loses, they're going to go Diamond, Diamond. I mean, we might end up going down multiple. I don't know the best line of play here. All right, I'm just going to do this. I can't really tell the difference between multiple options. That does not look like a good card for us. The 5 of Hearts. Ooh, okay. We're maybe in business now. So Heart Hook worked. We could, of course, make 12 tricks now. I mean, assuming the trump split, right? We could pull trumps, take the heart finesse, cash the ace king of spades, pitching a heart and a diamond, and then knock out the diamond king. I think I might just take that line of play. I'm happy enough to be making the contract. I mean, if hearts split and spades split, we could potentially score all 13 tricks from here. It's a little bit risky. Okay, let's just pull trumps. Hopefully this works out for us. Okay, well, that's a little unfortunate. Guess that means we are going to be going down 1. Because I think hearts are 4-2. Like, theoretically, there are layouts of the cards where we could make it from here. I guess West would need to be 4, 3, 2, 4 in shape. We could go ace king of spades, pitching a diamond, ruff a spade, heart to the 9, ace of hearts, play the last spade. And West is kind of losing a trick on passant somehow in that end position. Maybe that's not even true. But yeah, I think that's basically what's going on there. Yeah, I think we'll just claim down 1. Can knock out the diamond now, take our heart finesse on the way back, pull a trump, cash the ace king of spades, you know, in some sort of order. What? Wait, excuse me? Now I'm just making this? Not quite. What just happened? West ruffed that diamond. Their partner is gonna win. Oh my god. Okay, that was with a natural trump trick as well. Oh god. This is confusing to me. So oh, man, it's been a long week and I feel like I've run out of steam. I have to decide if I'm playing for 4-4 spades or 3-3 hearts, right? Because if hearts are 3-3, I need to unblock the ace now. But I don't think there's any way hearts are 3-3. West high-load in hearts. They played the 7 and the 6. East didn't put up the king on the third round, which they might have done if they... Well, they probably wouldn't. But I'm also guessing with the 6-1 diamond split that spades aren't breaking. I mean, maybe there's just nothing I can do. That's probably most likely in this scenario. Sure. I mean, we can certainly cash the ace-king of spades and try and get a better sense of what's going on. Pitching a diamond. I mean, this almost looks like a spot where we could potentially pull off a trump squeeze against East, but we don't really have the right shape for it. Yep, nothing splits, which I guess means we can pull the last trump and hope that East dumps the king of hearts on this trick. They don't. All right, down 1. Good try. Feels like 3-0 might have been a better spot, given the bad breaks. I mean, 6 clubs was not terrible, ultimately. But we ran into a bit of bad luck, despite the king of hearts being onside. 2 boards to go. We are in 3 clubs. Pass, pass, partner opens a heart. 2 diamonds by East. Pass, pass, partner reopens with double. Yeah, no matter how much I like going after the opponents on some of these deals, when we have trump stuff, I think this one's a bit much with no defense other than 1 trump trick. A little bit of shortness in hearts. This seems like a spot where a lot of people would play Lebensal, though. I guess the robots play 2-0 as natural. 2-0 natural should be banned. No one should be using that convention. But here we are. We're in 3 clubs. We get the jack of spades lead. East is likely to have most of the missing high cards given their 2 diamond overcall. So I think it is likely that the king of spades is offside. Makes me want to win the ace on this round of the suit. And then I suppose we should probably work on the hearts. So maybe lead the king of hearts at trick 2. That feels like the right plan to me. So let's do that. I assume East wins the ace. They do. West is going to be nice and give us count. King of diamonds overtaken with the ace for another spade to come through. So we'll play low. Brilliant defense, guys. Now the queen of diamonds. Okay, but now we're kind of in control. All of our diamonds are set up. So we just need the clubs to split, which I'm guessing they probably don't. Awesome. Count West's hand. They have 4 clubs. Looks like 2 diamonds, 4 spades, and therefore 3 hearts. So I think what we can do here is play queen of hearts, ruff a heart, and then start leading winning diamonds through West. They can ruff in, we can over ruff, and then, well, I guess there's multiple ways to win from there. And by win, I mean get out for down 1. So that looks like the right plan to me. Oh, well, in this case, we can just play the hand this way when diamonds are 5-3. Okay, second hand where, second hand in this set where East has made kind of this weird decision to overcall at the 2 level with a 5-card suit and lengthen the opponent's suit, as well as 4 cards in spades. Looks like it worked out okay. Last board. Pass, pass, pass. We open a no trump. Get the 2 diamonds lead. Feels like a pretty simple hand to play. No spade lead is interesting. Might mean that West has the spade king. Well, regardless, I think our first priority is going to be to knock out the club ace. Like, if we were to put all of our eggs in the basket of West has the spade king and try a heart to the jack and then a spade switch comes and we're wrong, that's bad news. So yeah, let's, I guess, start out with winning the king of diamonds and knocking out the ace of clubs. Jack of diamonds return. I mean, we should definitely win. But then the question is going to be, what do we do next? Because we suspect West is sitting on the 10-8 of diamonds. So West has turned up with a club ace. They have... We expect the spade king at this point. I mean, it's possible West is just thinking, oh, Jack 10, 8, 4th of diamonds is my best source of tricks, but I think it's more likely that West would have, regardless, switched to spades when they got in with the ace of clubs, looking at this dummy, if they didn't have the king. At least a decent chunk of the time. So that does make it somewhat more likely that East could have both of the heart honors, in which case a low heart towards the jack might score us an extra trick here. And I'm tempted to try that at least. We do know that West doesn't have both heart honors though, because West passed in first seat. So if we're giving them the spade king, the club ace, and both heart honors along with the diamond jack, that would be like a 13 count or something. Okay, heart to the jack it is. Well, we got West to cash the 10 of diamonds, which was nice of them. So that gives us an extra trick in that suit. I guess that means we can hope that something good happens by running the clubs. I mean, it obviously won't. So were we right about the location of the spade king? We were. That's good news. We could, of course, have picked up the heart suit by leading low out of hand towards the 10 doubleton or 10 third, picking up on our doubleton. I still think I like our plan a little bit better. Like, if we did lead a low heart to the 10 and East won the queen or the king or whatever, and then a spade came through, it would be a little bit risky to cross in clubs and take a heart finesse. How do we do? We got 64. We had one bad result on board 7, where we were in 3 hearts. We ended up going down 1. That's a little surprising to me, because especially with the 4-1 club split, I don't think there was much else we could have done on this. Like, I was very excited when we came up with diamond to the jack as our plan. I don't know. Don't know what anyone else did on those hands. Ooh, board 8. We are currently the only person in the field who made this one. Yeah, this plan at trick 2 of playing the 9 of hearts really makes things difficult for the opponents, and I think that's the big takeaway on this board.